Hello students, welcome to NM Tutorials. A very happy new year to all of you. I'm your teacher Nitin Mathur. Today we will learn the concept of CSV files. What are CSV files? CSV files are comma separated value files which holds a huge amount of data which can be used in several databases, in Excel, in databases, or in the web applications. CSV files provides the facility to exchange the data in a different applications. CSV files usually created by the programs that can handle huge amount of data, and these can be easily imported and exported. These can be easily imported and exported through different databases like Oracle, MySQL, and MS Access or Excel. Right now, the CSV files can be worked with list, with dictionaries, and with the data frames. So in today's class, we will learn the CSV files with list and dictionaries. In the next video, I'll discuss about the data frames, how data frames are used with the CSV files. So in today's video, we will learn the CSV files with list and dictionaries. So before starting, it's my humble request, if you are new to my channel, so please subscribe my channel, share my video, like my videos, and please do comment whether you like the video or you do not like the video. So let's start with the CSV files. Now let's start with CSV files. Now first we will learn CSV file with list, and then we will learn CSV file with dictionaries. Now, so first what we need to do, first we have to import CSV, right? This is the module which provides the facility or provide the methods to work with the CSV files, right? Now this method is a by default available in the Python standard library. This module is available in the Python's standard library. It's a Python standard library module. So first we have to import this module, and then we have to use the methods through which we will work with the CSV files. So after importing this, now the very first thing, I will accept the data from the user to store in a CSV file. So say suppose I'll make a student record, name is equals to input, enter student name, and then admission number ADMNO equals to input admission number. I will accept the admission number as a string, and then total marks. Total is equals to int input enter total marks. Now first I have accepted these three values from the user, and now I have to open a file, open a CSV file. There are two ways to open a file. First is normal open method, which we have used in text files or binary files, and other is with statement, through with statement. So while writing a data in a file, I will open the file using the normal open method, and while reading the file, I will open the file through with statement. So you will understand both the statements, how to open the file. Now WFL write file is equals to open, and I have to write the whole path here. So I have already copied my path, and now this is the stud.csv file which I have here, or student, suppose student.csv. and then I have to give the mode, say suppose W, and then I have to use a parameter called new line, which must be empty, and this parameter is used to remove the extra blank line which is created by the CSV file, right? When I write the data, so it will create a extra blank line, right? So to remove that extra blank line, we have to use new line is equals to empty. This parameter we have to use here. And now I have to store this data which I have accepted from the user in a list. How to store this data in a list? So say suppose REC is equals to, and now say suppose I want to store admission number first. So ADMNO, comma name, and then comma TOT, total. This is my record. And now I have to create an object of a writer. I have to create an object of a writers, right? It is used to convert the data. This writer is used to convert the data in a comma separated values, and then we can write the data in a CSV files, right? तो इस डेटा को, जो डेटा हमने लिस्ट में होल्ड किया है, इस डेटा को बेटा कॉमा सेपरेटेड वैल्यूज में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए वी हैव टू क्रिएट अ राइटर ऑब्जेक्ट फर्स्ट. तो WTR is equals to CSV dot writer WFL, right, which is the file object in which I have opened a file, that is student.csv. Now, at the time of storing a data in a file, the very first requirement is to store the headings in a file. My requirement is to store the headings in a file. So I have to store the headings. So first I will write WTR dot write row. This write row method is used to store the data in a CSV file, right? A single row in a CSV file. So first I have to store the headings. So headings are admission number, ADMNO, admission number, comma, name, comma, total marks. Total. Now I'll store the record in a file. WTR dot write row that is rec, right? Rec is a list which holds the record of the student. So I will write that record in a CSV file. Now, after this, the main statement, the mandatory statement, that is WFL dot close. Without this statement, the data will not stored in a file. File will create, but data will not stored in a file. So remember this thing, that whenever you write the data in a file or read the data from the file, you have to close the file, right? This method writes all the data from the temporary memory to the secondary memory in a CSV files, right? तो बिना क्लोज किए बेटा हमारा डेटा हमारी टेम्परेरी मेमोरी से CSV फाइल में जाके, यानी कि सेकेंडरी मेमोरी में जाके स्टोर नहीं होगा. तो कीप इन माइंड that we have to use the close statement. Now run the code. It asks the name. Say suppose Naman, admission number is 342 and the total marks are 478. Now record is saved in a file. I want to display the saved record from the file. Now my requirement is to display the saved record from the file. Now what should I do? What should I do here? To display the record from the file. To display the record, again I have to open the file in a read mode. So here I will use with statement. Here I am going to use with statement to open a file. With open the path student.csv comma read mode is RFL, read file, and then colon. Now here you have to remember one thing. I am using Jupyter. That's why I do not need to import the CSV again, right? But if you are using a normal IDLE and another file, another script mode, right, another script file, then you have to import CSV file, right? Here I am not using that because I am using Jupyter. Now RTR read file is equals to, now here I have to create a object of reader. I have to create a object of reader here, right? जैसे हम लोगों ने राइटर के लिए ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट किया था राइट करने के लिए, सिमिलरली रीड करने के लिए हम रीडर का ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करेंगे बेटा. तो RTR is equals to CSV dot reader and then RFL file object. So it will read the data from the file and store that data in a RTR. Now, so this RTR is a iterable. This RTR is a iterable. So I can use this RTR in a loop easily. So how to use this in a loop? To display the data from the file for row in RTR, and now print row. Now this statement will display the data from the CSV file. Now execute this code, right? Headings and the record, a single record. Now this is very difficult to store one record at a time like this, right? I don't want to store the record like this, right? I want to store multiple records at once, right? Simultaneously I want to store the multiple records. मुझे बहुत सारे records एक बार में store करना है. I don't want this thing कि भाई एक करके मैं record hold करता रहूँ one by one. तो for that what should I do? I have to use a loop, right? A user wish I have to give कि जब तक यूजर की रिक्वायरमेंट है तब तक वो रिकॉर्ड्स होल्ड करता रहेगा. जैसे ही यूजर की रिक्वायरमेंट फिनिश होगी रिकॉर्ड्स स्टोर होने बंद हो जाएंगे. देन व्हाट शुड आई डू? तो फॉर दैट I have to use the same code here like this but with some changes. So what are those changes? So first I will copy these two lines from here, these lines, these two lines I want, and now ch equals to y, and now while ch dot lower y, right? कि जो भी CH में यूजर वैल्यू डालेगा, जो भी कैरेक्टर यूजर फीड करेगा बेटा, वो कैरेक्टर लोअर केस में कन्वर्ट होकर कंपेयर होगा। तो अगर वो y होगा तो रिपीट होगा, नहीं होगा तो टर्मिनेशन, राइट। नाउ within a loop I will accept these three values from the user, copy and then paste. Now after this, what I need to do, writer object is here, wtr dot write row, but which row I should write? So for that I have to use this statement here and then rec. Right now ch, now I have to accept the user's choice. Now input, enter your choice, y or n, and then wfl dot close, right? Without close my data will not stored in a file, right? Now I will execute this code. Name Lalit, admission number 123, marks 456, right? Now choice, I said yes, student name Puneet, admission number 323 and total marks 456, 487. No, right? Now let's display the records. Just I will again run the code number 2 to display the data, right? This code number 2 I will run again to display my data. Oh God, ये क्या हुआ? उसने हेडिंग्स नहीं दिखाए, जो डेटा मैंने पहले डाला था उसने मुझे वो डेटा भी नहीं दिखाया. Why? Reason behind it? Reason is this beta, कि here I have opened a file in a write mode again, and when I open the file in a write mode, so if the file is already exist, the write mode removes all the data from the file and store the fresh data in a file. So when I am storing a fresh data, so there is no headings, so that's why it is not displaying any heading here, right? तो जब भी डेटा राइट मोड में ओपन होगा बेटा, तो वो बाय डिफॉल्ट ट्रंकेट मोड में ओपन होता है. तो ट्रंकेट मोड क्या करता है, जितना डेटा पहले से फाइल में होता है पूरा का पूरा डेटा आपका रिमूव हो जाएगा वहां से, राइट? तो वो डेटा आपके पास अवेलेबल नहीं होगा, तो वो डेटा यहाँ पे आपको शो नहीं होगा, तो आपकी फाइल तो रिमूव हो गई, सारा डेटा कंप्लीटली उसमें से डिलीट हो गया, और जो नया डेटा हमने डाला सिर्फ वो रह गया, तो हेडिंग्स भी नहीं थी वहां पे. तो नाउ व्हाट शुड आई डू? तो फर्स्ट I will again execute my first code, this one, my first code. First I will execute my first code again, right, to store the proper data in a file. So run, then again Naman, admission number 123, marks 478. Right? Now I will execute this code again. Run. To my data with headings, right? It displays my data with headings. Now I will run my this code, right? I will execute this code, but instead of in write mode, I will use append mode here. I will use append mode here, right? Now run. Nimit 324, marks 489. Yes. Again Puneet 421, admission number, total marks 478. No. Right? No. Now again I will execute my this code to display the data. This one. Again I will execute this code. Run. Now it displays my complete data with the headings. Right? Now so this is the way to write the data in a file using list. Now how to work with the dictionaries, how to work with the dictionary, how to store the dictionary data in a CSV file. So to write the dictionary data in a CSV file, again I have to open the file to write the data in a file. So I will copy this thing first. Copy, and now I will paste the data here. Right? Now file is open, and now the file name should be employee.csv I will use in the write mode. Now here I will use headings. Name. Okay, I will use it later on. Control X. LST is equals to name, designation, and salary. These are the headings which I want to store in my file, CSV file. Now here we have to use the dictionary writer or reader, right? If I'm writing a data in a CSV file, then I have to use dict writer, and if I am reading the data, then I have to use dict reader, right? So here I have to use wtr dot CSV equals to CSV dot dict writer. But just consider this thing, the dict writer method. In a dict writer method, the first alphabet of both the words, the initial alphabet is capital, right? The initial word is capital. That means D is capital and W is capital. So now WFL, the file name in which file I want to write the data, and then field names. Field names equals to LST. This list which I have created containing headings of the CSV data. So I have to use this list here with the parameter field names, right? So this field name parameter holds the list which holds the headings of the CSV file. Now WTR dot write header, WTR dot write header. This method writes the headers in a CSV file. This method writes the headers in a CSV file. And now I have to create a record. Then REC is equals to curly braces, name of the employee, okay, comma, designation, manager, salary, that is 60,000. And now here right row, that is record, the dictionary based record. And now we have to close the file. Now when I run this code, it will write this data in a dictionary file, dictionary or CSV file, dictionary based CSV file. Run. Right, my data is written in a file. Now I want to read the data from the file. Now how to read the data from the file? Now, again I'll open the file. So I'll use this thing again. Control C. Now Control V. Now here I have to use dict reader, and here it is. Now run this code. Now this code shows me the data in a tabular format. Oh, I have not changed the file name, but don't worry, the CSV file is there, so it will read the data in a dictionary format. So it can read the data from the student file also, right? Now I'll show you both the things, but it will not show the data in a dictionary format, right? इसने data show तो करा लेकिन table format में, tabular format में show करा लेकिन list के साथ. डिक्शनरी फॉर्मेट में डेटा शो नहीं हुआ. लिस्ट में आया एडमिशन नंबर और वो आया ट्यूपल में. दीज आर ट्यूपल्स. तो इस डेटा को हमें डिक्शनरी में कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा एक्सप्लिसिटली. दैट मीन्स कि आई हैव टू टाइप कास्ट दिस लिस्ट इनटू अ डिक्शनरी, राइट? So if you don't know the meaning of typecast, you don't know that what is the meaning of typecasting, how to perform the typecast. So in the I button you can find my video on typecasting, right? So here we have to give dict, and now run the program. Now this is the dictionary, and now if I change the file name here, that is employee, so it will read the data from the employee file and display here, right? So any file, any CSV file we can read in a list or in a dictionary. So hope you understand the concept of CSV files using list and dictionaries. So if you like the video, please do comment whether you like the video or you do not like the video. Thank you.